They're shooting us! They're shooting us! This government shooting people! This government shooting people! They're shooting us! They're shooting us! Please help!
همراه دائم دارن تیراندازی میکنن به مردم مستقیم.
Level of massacre has been unbelievable. Unfortunately, the regime is with no pity using military machinery, AK-47s to shoot to death protesters. Morgues are overfilled. Despite all of that, these brave kids are still on the street. A doctor reported to us that she had a young patient that came in with her face being shot, bullet-ridden, and she told the doctor, patch me up, I want to go back to the streets. I'm going to keep fighting until we are saved, and I want our leader, Reza Pahlavi, to return home to save us all. This is the level of commitment you see in Iran today. It's really, it has attracted the awe and admiration of the whole world. But the decisive element that everybody's waiting for is when will the cavalry arrive, because we can only hold the Alamo for that much amount of time. So it's very critical, the timeline of when, as the president promised, and part of the reason they are still on the streets fighting is they believe that this president is committed to do what he promised he will.
الان رسیدم ترکیه، بازا بدبختی، اصلا حال رویم خوب نیست. همه رو دارن میکشن، همه رو دارن میکشن، بچه‌ها رو همه رو دارن میکشن. فقط کمک خارجی، فقط کمک خارجی احتیاج داریم. همه شاهزاده رو صدا میزنن، خارشون رو بگوید هر کی غیر از این صدا میزنه. شاهزاده نیستش که، شاهزاده سمبل آزادیه. اصلا کاری به اسم شاهزاده نداره. مردم دوباره ناجی هستن، برادر رو میکشن، بیرحمانه دارن چراغا رو خاموش کردن، هر کاری دلشون میخواد دارن میکنن. من پروازم کنسل شده بود از پروازهای خارجی تهران به خارج از ایران، خارجی همه کنسل شده. و بدبختی یه پرواز ایرانی پیدا کردم. حالا رویم اصلا خوب نیست. فقط کمک خارجی. من تا الان تا ایران نباشید نمیفهمید وضعیت چطوری. ترامپ هر کی هست، فقط کمک خارجی. چشم امید بچه ها همه به شما هست. بخیلی خارج از ایرانه. من یه قطرم توی اقیانوس فقط میتونم قصه آنامو بهتون بگم. جهنم رو دیدم تو ایران. این چند روز جهنم رو دیدم. گناه داریم، خیلی گناه داریم، خیلی گناه داریم. حقمون نیست. فقط کمک خارجی. چجوری میشه ما کمک بگیریم نمیدونم. نمیدونم چطوری میتونیم وقتی کمک بگیریم. کل دارن غرقم میکنن تو سر سینه. شلیک مستقیم بیرحمانه دارن میکشن همه رو.
The Islamic Republic is selling the dead bodies of the protesters back to their families. They're selling these dead bodies back to their families. They're telling the families, if you want these dead bodies, you have to give us money. Can you believe that? They kill the protesters, and then when they have their bodies, they tell their families, hey, you have to give me money in order to get the dead body of your family member. How? Like, what? Human rights? Does that even exist?
12,000 people murdered in 2 days. This is what's happening in Iran right now. And if you don't have an idea what 12,000 looks like, let me put it in perspective for you. In all 2025, 2,500 people were killed in Ukraine war. And since 2023, around 67,000 people were killed in Gaza. Now, you marched for Gaza, you shared flags, stories, prayers for Ukraine. But when it comes to Iran, everybody's silent. I'm so curious to know why that is. Could it be because we are not white? Or is it because we are being murdered by our own terrorist regime and not Jews? Why is it? I don't know. Please enlighten me. Silence is a side. Silence isn't neutral. And if you are silent and you haven't shared even a story about it, you're picking that side.
12,000 Iranians were just murdered by the Islamic regime in the past 72 hours. 12,000. That's more than twice the amount of American soldiers killed in the entire Iraq war. If that's not alarming to you, then I don't know what is. When the Islamic Republic cuts off the internet from Iran, Iran goes dark, and the Islamic Republic utilizes this opportunity to massacre innocent protesters while also cutting off any chance they might have at calling for help. When they do bring the internet back, it's fleeting, and only for the sole purpose of mocking the rest of the world. This is the Iranian people's battle. There's no mistaking that. The kids coming out in the streets of Iran have already self-proclaimed themselves as Iran soldiers, as the Crown Prince's soldiers. And this is what's getting them killed, simply supporting a man who wants nothing but secular democracy for Iran, otherwise known as freedom of speech, a right all humans should be naturally entitled to. These courageous individuals are willingly walking out, staring down evil directly in the face while stepping into pools of blood of their fallen brothers and sisters, and yet still refusing to stand down. But in order to successfully overthrow a deadly, theocratic regime that is actively killing civilians, teenagers, and children by the second, there needs to be support. There needs to be action taken against the Islamic Republic, whether that's through increasing sanctions or targeting military bases. If you really listen to the small bits of authentic communication that's coming out of Iran right now, you'll know that the Iranian people are in full support of this. So, to the US administration, understand that you just can't deal with a dictator. The regime needs to fall, and you can help with that. Not just for the sake of the Iranian people, but also for the sake of the United States. The Islamic Republic is the #1 sponsor of terrorism worldwide, and with the regime gone, a safer Iran and a safer United States can coexist. Target the Islamic regime and support the transitional leader of the Iranian people, Crown Prince Reza Pahlavi. Iran رو پس میگیریم. We will take Iran back.
如果大家都中意我嘅片，請 CLS 啦。